I'd like to show you here at Tia Nursery how we landscape around one of our houses. As you can see, we've got the Nandina. This is a dwarf firepower Nandina. It has delicate berries on it in the wintertime. We have a boxwood at the corner. More Nandinas in front of the house. We've got all kinds of daylilies and flowers. I love a pretty flower garden. I love landscaping. You know, they say that a carpenter's work is never done at home, and that a nursery's owner's lawn is never landscaped well. A beautician never gets a hairdo, but that's not true. As you can see in our front yard at our home, there's elephant ear, that we take pride in our landscaping just as you would. We've got mountain stone around the foundation. We've got tons of daylily. Look at the bloom pods on the daylily. We've got those for sale at tianursery.net. I love elephant ears, so I've planted a lot of elephant ears around our garden. I've got the Nico Blue Hydrangeum. They bloom all year long. More daylilies. Some cactuses. Some evergreens. I like everything to look natural. I don't like anything to look like it's been made up. I like it to look like a naturescape. And we've been very successful in doing so around our home. Go to the other side of our front yard and you'll find a lot of knockout roses. This one is a yellow one. I'm sorry, a red one. It's the crimson red. It blooms all summer long. I just pinched back the dead blooms. So as you can see, there's more pods to start blooming next week. This right here is a pom-pom juniper. They look just like pom-poms. As you can see, each leader has its own head. So when the growing season for this pom-pom juniper is up, we will round off each of the crowns on the tree. They're beautiful. They're an exotic landscape plant. Over here, I have a small magnolia jane outlining our fence. It's got beautiful lavender blooms. I've got a bloodgood Acer palmatum, red Japanese maple, a terribly slow grower, but they're such a beautiful tree. Got more daylilies around a little rock wall. And this tree that stands over the daylilies is a Chenapthus virginicus. It's called a no man's beard or fringe tree. It's the most beautiful tree you've ever seen, with feather-like blooms, and you can smell the aroma from the blooms all the way across the lawn. It's a very rare tree. Takes the seeds 3 years to come up. It's a very slow grower, but it's worth your wait. It's a very exotic and rare tree. My husband loves old plows. He puts old plows and stuff around the landscapes. I love little yard ornaments. Here's also another magnolia jane. They have big pink and purple blossoms, sometimes lavender. It depends on the alkalinity of the soil. Here's another pom-pom juniper. It's a beautiful tree. So as you can see, let me step back and I'll show you how our front yard looks. I like it when it looks like a jungle because it looks native. Native is the upscale landscaping now. I'd like to take you over to the other part of our yard. I'd like to show you this little fountain I've made. I took creek bed rocks, put around the fountain. I've planted daylilies around the fountain. The birds love to take baths in the fountain. You go over to this side, and we grow these from propagated cuttings. This is a Prunus cerulata, a pink weeping cherry. It's gorgeous. It droops to the ground. We've got a lot of these in our yard. Over by the playhouse, here's a huge one. That's a Prunus cerulata. That's a natural weeping cherry. That's not one that's been budded, so it's a lot healthier. And as you can see, we've got them all over our yard. We grew these from little 5-inch cuttings. And as you can see, you can walk down towards the side of our lawn. We enjoy our wood furnace. Our wood furnace saves a lot of expense when you have to heat a big house. Beyond the wood furnace is a catawba tree. A catawba tree is known as the fisherman's tree. As you can see, it has long seed bean stalks. And those stalks are worms the Indians used to fish with. I hear a hen hunting her babies. This is the entrance to our back lawn, going to our pool. She's lost her baby. She may flog me anytime. Beyond the gazebo surrounding the pool, we have the Leland cypress. The Leland cypress is the best, fastest growing evergreen tree for a privacy fence, hedge, or border that you can get. As you can see, these are exceeding 20 feet tall. I'll take you around and show you what the Leland cypress is hiding. We love our dwarf mondo grass, boxwood and nandina outlining our sidewalk. This is going up to our back porch. There's more elephant ears. And the Leland cypress are planted by our pool to use for privacy. So you never have to worry about workers or highways or anything if you get an evergreen tree like the Leland cypress. Plant them 10 to 12 feet apart, and you'll never have to worry about privacy. At tnnursery.net, you can buy your Leland cypress wholesale.